The Book of Ruth, Chapter 2. Naomi had a kinsman of her husband's, a mighty man of wealth of the family of Elimelech, and his name was Boaz. Ruth the Moabitess said to Naomi, "Let me now go to the field and glean among the ears of grain after him in whose sight I shall find favor." She said to her, "Go, my daughter." She went and came and gleaned in the field after the reapers, and she happened to come to the portion of the field belonging to Boaz, who was of the family of Elimelech. Behold, Boaz came from Bethlehem and said to the reapers, "The Lord be with you." They answered him, "The Lord bless you." Then said Boaz to his servant who was set over the reapers, "Whose young lady is this?" The servant who was set over the reapers answered, "It is the Moabite lady who came back with Naomi out of the country of Moab." She said, "Please let me glean and gather after the reapers among the sheaves." So she came and has continued even from the morning until now, except that she stayed a little in the house. Then said Boaz to Ruth, "Don't you hear, my daughter? Don't go to glean in another field, neither pass from here, but abide here fast by my maidens. Let your eyes be on the field that they reap, and go after them. Haven't I charged the young men that they shall not touch you? And when you are thirsty, go to the vessels, and drink of that which the young men have drawn." Then she fell on her face and bowed herself to the ground and said to him, "Why have I found favor in your sight, that you should take knowledge of me, seeing I am a foreigner?" Boaz answered her, "It has fully been shown me all that you have done to your mother-in-law since the death of your husband, and how you have left your father and your mother, and the land of your birth, and have come to a people that you didn't know before. The Lord will recompense your work, and a full reward will be given you of the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you are come to take refuge." Then she said, "Let me find favor in your sight, my lord, because you have comforted me, and because you have spoken kindly to your handmaid, though I am not as one of your handmaidens." At mealtime Boaz said to her, "Come here and eat of the bread, and dip your morsel in the vinegar." She sat beside the reapers, and they passed her parched grain, and she ate and was satisfied. When she was risen up again to glean, Boaz commanded his young men, saying, "Let her glean even among the sheaves, and don't reproach her. Also pull out some for her from the bundles, and leave it, and let her glean, and don't rebuke her." So she gleaned in the field until evening, and she beat out that which she had gleaned, and it was about an ephah of barley. She took it up and went into the city, and her mother-in-law saw what she had gleaned, and she brought forth and gave to her that which she had left after she was satisfied. Her mother-in-law said to her, "Where have you gleaned today, and where have you worked? Blessed be he who did take knowledge of you." She had shown her mother-in-law with whom she had worked, and said, "The man's name with whom I work today is Boaz." Naomi said to her daughter-in-law, "Blessed be he of the Lord, who has not left off his kindness to the living and to the dead." Naomi said to her, "The man is a close relative to us, one of our near kinsmen." Ruth the Moabitess said, "Yes, he said to me, 'You shall keep close by my young men until they have ended all my harvest.'" Naomi said to Ruth, her daughter-in-law, "It is good, my daughter, that you go out with his maidens, and that they not let you go into any other field." So she kept close by the maidens of Boaz to glean to the end of the barley harvest and of wheat harvest, and she lived with her mother-in-law.